this weekend?
Wreckham Tech. Here's the kick by Grims. It's going to be fielded by, they let it bounce, and the Falcon, it's Ben Williamson going to fall on it at the 19-yard line. That kick just kind of fell in no man's land as Andrew Craig was back there to receive that ball. Might have been, who else was back there? I'm not totally sure. Anyway, first and 10 Falcons at the 19.
You know, the fun stuff makes all the studying worth it. Going to football games, Raz and Roman on the sidelines, and you guys heard about that. You know, this sounds crazy, but the women's soccer games are really fun. We're like 7th in the nation.
Wow.
They sell at the stadium. It's a really good time. You know, baseball's about to start up their fall schedule.
Hey, well, we'll get to that after a play here. Degenhan comes out, 2 receivers to each side. It's 1st and 10 Falcons at the 19-yard line. I believe that's Aaron Berry. He's out to, well, probably no gain on the play. Wrapped up by 3 or 4 Wildcats and shoved on back. I can't tell if that was 30. Yep, that was 33 Aaron Berry, the junior who was recently called up to play on the varsity level. So, talking about Raider baseball, you want to mention another former Falcon?
Yeah, Johnny Droz. He's going to be one of the top starters this year for the Falcons. Either the 2 or 3 guy.
For the Raiders.
For the Red Raiders.
Yes. Yeah, thanks. We can correct each other all night long, right? Second and 10 for the Falcons. It's Berry in the backfield with Degenhan. 3 receivers to the far side. 1 receiver left side. Again, Hond under pressure. Just going to have to throw the ball out. He just hangs it up there, and that ball's going to be picked off at the 30-yard line. Pass intended for Brett Sasser, and again, that's a situation where Degen just has to throw the ball away as opposed to leaving it up in the air for someone to go ahead and snatch. But getting back, Johnny Droz played for the Red Raiders last year. He's been out there a year and a half.
Yep.
Had a great record, didn't he? He was the team's best pitcher.
He did extremely well. And he was just on the cusp of getting drafted for the majors. Didn't. So came back for another year, going to improve his draft stock this year, and hopefully get drafted.
2009 graduate, I believe, is Johnny Droz. And it looks like with the guy leading 42-3, they're going to go to their backup quarterback. That's number 7, David Haynes, who also plays receiver. Haynes going to keep it himself, take it inside the 25 and down to the 23-yard line. So, pretty early in the game, but Coach John Walsh going to go ahead and put a few backups and substitutes in, it looks like.
You know, after being away from high school for a while and coming back and watching Geyer, it's pretty amazing because they look like a small college team because the depth, from Gerard to Haynes, the drop-off it's there, but David Haynes is going to come in and be almost as good a quarterback as Gerard when he's ready. He's already hitting the quarterback circuits.
This time to give to Taylor. He's going to pick up 6 or 7 more yards right up the middle. Being tackled at the 16-yard line. I think Papard in on that play. Might have been Mason Height also making the stop for the Falcons, but it's going to move the sticks. Another guy, Wildcat, first down.
And they're bigger, they're faster, just physically.
That's a really good club. I was talking to somebody I know who knows somebody on the Wildcat coaching staff, and it's kind of he basically alluded to the fact. Here's the throw to Haynes to the end zone. Oh, nearly intercepted by the Falcons. Andrew Craig at the goal line. It just hits his hands and came right out. But good play, good job breaking on the ball by Andrew Craig. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. But what I was getting at, this coach for Geyers, he's basically saying, hey, we really should be up. We're a pretty darn good football team. He doesn't know, I guess, to say it shortly, he doesn't know if it's really fair for them to be in 4A. He said basically their starters haven't gotten to play a whole game. They're usually out by the end of the 3rd quarter. It's a situation where I don't know if it's doing anybody a ton of good. This time the fake to Taylor. Haynes going to take it. He's inside the 10. Joe Opong in on the stop, or is that Tommy Parsons coming up from a safety position at the 7-yard line? 9-yard pickup on the play.
And speaking of former Falcons, Rowan Mitchell listening in from Nacogdoches?
Yeah.
Is that where Stephen F. Austin is?
Yeah, he's a lumberjack down there at SFA.
He said he's undefeated at beer pong, but I don't believe that because he's too young. He's too young to do that.
No, he's totally too young to be doing that. Brother Van?
It's non-alcoholic beer.
Okay. That's what I thought. We have a timeout called on the field, and that is called by the Falcons. So with 8:17 left to go in the 3rd quarter, Geyer 42, Lake Dallas 3. You're listening to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Salon Renee proudly supports the Lake Dallas Falcons. For styles and colors on the cutting edge, come visit us at 3961 Swisher Road in Corinth. Go Falcons!
James Wood Auto Park, new or used vehicles, or if you need major repairs or routine maintenance. Proud to be a sponsor of the 2013 Lake Dallas Falcons football. James Wood Auto Park in Denton. T-Rock Construction, whether new construction, roof replacement, or roof repair. This is Brother Van. They did my roof, and I'm a 100% satisfied customer. T-Rock Construction, a proud supporter of the 2013 Falcons football team.
All right, folks, we're back. 8:17 left to go in the third. Falcons down big in this district game versus the Denton Guyer Wildcats. It's 3rd and 1 at the Falcon 7-yard line. David Haynes in at quarterback for the Wildcats. It's time to give to Taylor off right tackle, and he's going to score another Denton Guyer Wildcat touchdown.
You know, it's like when the guy wants to move you off the line, they move you off the line. I think they've ran that exact same play 4 different times for touchdowns.
Yeah.
You know, and they say, okay, you're moving left this play, and they move you left.
Coach Young talked about how big they are up front, how physical they are, both sides of the football. You can see it. Their defensive front line. It's they're rushing 4 guys, and I hate to say it, they're just blowing up our line. Offensively, they get a nice push. It's just a good, solid club. Here's the kick by Grems. It's up. It's good. Guyer 49, Lake Dallas 3. This is the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Hi, I'm Trey Lusk, your Lake Dallas Falcons center, number 55.
And I'm quarterback, Brett Sasser, number 1. Not only do we work together on the field, we also work together at your local Chick-fil-A on Swisher Road.
We are number 1 on the field, and we also serve number 1s all day.
Have you ever had our sweet tea? Because it's pretty sweet.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles in our cookie sundae. Come visit us at your local Chick-fil-A. Save the cows and eat more chicken. Go Falcons!
All righty, so Brother Van, what's going on down the sideline? I can't imagine a whole lot. Everybody, have you got a second look at Josh Rowe?
Well, I was just making my way down here now. I know that he tried walking. He's sitting on the bench. They got his shoe off, and he was not able to put any weight on that foot on the sideline over here.
You know, we were
talking. They got it on ice.
We were talking earlier. You know, that's the last thing we need is injuries in this ball game. Courtney Holder should be back next week. Keegan Brewer missing this game due to a hamstring. Josh Jackson, obviously with the fracture, he's still on crutches. But next week is the game of the year for the Falcons. They play Wichita Falls Old High. We talked about it, that we have to win out. We have to beat Old High. We have to beat Brewer. We have to beat Azle. According to looking at district stats and common opponents and games played, the Azle game and the Brewer game don't really look like two terribly tough games, but it's going to be the Old High game. Here's the Falcons, number 7, Andrew Craig on the return. He's bouncing off a few players out to the 29, 30-yard line. And there for a minute, I thought he was going to spring it and go. Well, nice return by the senior safety. He's giving the Falcons decent field position at their own 30-yard line. But, yeah, we're going to need all hands on deck. So,
and speaking of Wichita Falls, they played last night. Byron Nelson was victorious 17-14. And I was following some Adam Bodecker tweets. It looked like he said Wichita Falls was exposed. They had, like, I want to say single-digit yardage after the first quarter or first half. Just something crazy.
Yep.
Well, they did not play very well at all. Well, they had been playing like world beaters the first half of the season.
Yeah, they went 3-0 to open up in district, and they suffered their first loss last night. Here's the handoff. I believe it's Aaron Berry off left tackle. Picks up a couple yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8. Yeah, they had started out 3-0. And then they're getting stomped in the first half by Byron Nelson. We were talking about on the way up here. Well, later on, did you follow the tweet by Bodecker saying Nelson's
trying back?
Nelson's trying to give this game away. They made it a 17-14 game, and Wichita Falls had 105 yards of offense for the entire game. Couldn't believe it. Brandon Simpson around the left side. Cuts it upfield. Going to get it out to the 32, maybe 33-yard line, setting up 3rd down and 7 for the Falcons.
Brandon's slow getting up. He's up.
He's had a heavy load tonight, catching the ball, carrying the ball, punting, doing a little bit of everything for the Falcons. Sasser in at receiver.
I'm frustrated obviously defensively, but offensively, we were a scoring juggernaut earlier. You know, we only got 3 points on the board.
And it's not like we were playing chop liver earlier. We played some pretty good teams. We were putting up a lot of points. Hahn under heavy pressure again. Tries to get rid of the ball, and that one nearly picked off as he was under heavy pressure, as it seems like every single play. He just Dagan having a tough time. I don't. Easy for me to say sitting here, but man, we just got to get rid of the ball quicker. We got to get rid of the ball. Yeah. We can't be dropping back.
And for that, your receivers need to be open.
Yep.
You need 2-3 seconds to sit back there and look for your receivers. And really, none of that's happening right now.
So as I found out earlier, Logan Stewart is not here tonight. Apparently was sick, couldn't make the game. So punting for the Falcons is sophomore Ben Williamson. He's standing at his own 16. Ooh. Gets off a nice kick. It's a line drive down the sidelines. I thought it was going to land in the field of play, but we'll see where they mark this one out at. I can't imagine it's anywhere where that side ref is standing.
Oh, no way. Here we go.
Okay, keep walking, yeah. Those were the most interesting mechanics I've ever seen for a referee to mark off a punt. It went out of bounds at the Geyer 43-yard line. So 6.5 minutes left to go. Geyer 49, Lake Dallas 3. Geyer back out on the field under the direction of second-string quarterback David Haynes. Two receivers to each side. I believe it's Taylor in the backfield with him. Haynes going to keep it himself around right side. He's outside the number. It's going to be